Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rebid conference of one for the goods and services and nine for the civil works project. And to start this particular activity, we will all stand for the prayer. The name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Father God, we come before you today as humble as we know how. We praise you in all our hearts and thank you for all the goodness you have done for all of us. Guide our thoughts, our actions, and the way we think as we perform the tasks assigned to us. May this activity achieve its objectives and let your spirit lead us to make this a success. This we pray in this name. Amen. To start this procurement activity, may I introduce to you the members of the back, headed by our back chairman, Fernando, our back vice chairman, Lingayen, and members of the back, Engineer Alberto Jr., Engineer Abdul Peposi, Engineer Filshad Garonde, and Attorney Mary Rose Miller. For the technical working group, we have the head of the technical working group, Engineer Daisy Manzano. For the Secretariat, we have also here our main support, headed by Dr. Sita Manalo and Sir Wayne Francisco. Sir, all of the back members are present.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, as mentioned, we have 11 civil works projects before the private conference of one of the goods. So, there being a quorum, this proceedings now go forward. May we acknowledge the presence of our respective suppliers for this particular activity.
Therefore, the goods and services for 23 GE 00019, we have a prospective bidder, Ma'am Jenaline Poliato, Sales Manager of Procurement Consultancy Incorporated. And for civil works 24A 00196, we have Ma'am Raquel Bangonio, representative from Kalia Incorporated. And we have also representatives from the Quality Assurance, Engineer Analisa Simaran, and Engineer Evelyn Lomos.
Right, so welcome to our conference. So maybe our secretary should us present the documents needed, the requirements, and of course the purpose of this particular activity in this case. So maybe start first. Presentation for contract activities.
So for the goods and services, we have contract ID number 23GT 00019, which is the purchase and delivery of universal testing machine for use at the QAHD, DPWH Regional Office 1, City of San Fernando, La Union. So here's the contract data of the project. The locations, City of San Fernando, La Union, with the funding source QAHD, fiscal year 2023, with the ABC of 13,673,733 pesos. For the scope of works, we have the purchase and delivery of the universal testing machine with the contract duration of 90 calendar days. So here are the following technical requirements. For Class A documents, we have the legal documents, valid field certificate of registration, Agno membership. We have the records of all its ongoing government private contracts, the records of its SLCC, similar to the contract, adjusted the current prices in the PSA current price index. Should there be a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, a contract shall be considered similar to the contract to Rebid, if it has the same major categories of work, original copy of bid security, if in the form of position of the bond, submit also certification issued by the IC or the Insurance Commission for original copy of notarized bid security declaration and conformity with technical specifications, which may include production, delivery, schedule, manpower requirements, or after sales parts, if applicable, and original duly signed omnibus sort statement. And if applicable, original notarized secretarial certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus sort statement and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, we have the audited financial statement, stock received by the BIR or is duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. The NFCC or the line of credit, computation of the NFCC of at least equal to ABC computed using the prescribed formula wherein the NFCC calls current assets minus current liabilities times the factor K or 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started coinciding with the contract to be bid, or a bidder may submit a committed line of credit from the universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. For the Class B documents for the joint venture, if applicable, the duly signed joint venture agreement, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly authorized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement in the instance that the bid is successful. And certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. For the financial requirements, we have the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules, and the bid form B, which is the financial proposal. For the form of bid security, we have the bid valid period to be 120 calendar days from the date of bid submission, together with the bid security validity period. The bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. We have the cash or cashiers manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, backdraft guarantee, or the revocable line of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. Is 2% of the ADC when the issued the fund is 5% of the ADC. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors and thus determine correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices: completeness, no price required item cost not complying, indicating a zero or reduction cost free to the government. All prices are needed to include all taxes, which are addressing or providing one of the required items to bidding documents, including where applicable POQ shall consider non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections, bid prices to figures versus words, the words prevails, total price versus unit price per item. The unit price prevails, total price versus actual sum of component items, the actual prevails and unit cost in the estimate versus unit cost in the BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC is considered non-complying. For the post-qualification, the verification of the legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, not inclusion in the blacklist, Technical requirements, single largest completed contract. For the SLCC, similar to the contract. Performance in going government private contracts, delay in the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in each ongoing government private contracts. If any of these contracts shows the bidder's failure to deliver or perform any or all of the goods or services within the period or periods specified in the contract or within any extension granted by the procuring entity pursuant to a request made by the supplier prior to the delay, and such failure amounts to at least 10% of the price or unsatisfactory performance of the supplier's obligations as per terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed on the supplier, authenticity of bid security. For the financial requirements, we have the audited financial statement, up to the value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing awarded contracts, dated NFCC or line of credit versus the ABC. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid. As a result of the detailed evaluation and post qualification conducted, the successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of the NOVA or the notice of award within the bid validity period. It must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Here are the common reasons for rejection or ineligibility and post disqualification of bidder. We have delayed bid, no letter of authority from the company to submit the bidding documents, failure to submit supporting documents to support compliance with the requirements, submitting forms not acceptable pursuant to the provisions of the revised IRR of RA 2024, NNCC less than the ABC or the amount of credit line commitment is less than 10% of the ABC. For bid security should fund 12 on demand and validity of 120 days not inscribed in the bond. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the insurance commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity and name of contractor, shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, bid prices higher than the ABC, delay in the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in each ongoing government and private contracts. So for this project, contract ID number 23BA00019, which is the purchase and delivery of UTM or the Universal Testing Machine for use at the QAHD, Diversion Officer, City of San Fernando, Laoag-San. The deadline for submission of clarification is 10 days before submission of bids. The deadline for submission of bids is on March 11, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal, one original copy of the technical and financial proposal for the place of submission of bids, bids and awards on the second floor conference room, DPWH Regional Office 1, City of San Fernando, Laoag. That answered the presentation of the Rebid conference for the goods and services. Namely 23B80019.
Thank you. Do we also have the specifications of the UTM for guidance about respective data? Do you have any clarification or question? But so I need to let us present the specs of the measure.
It's a power line.
Can you turn like?
Morning everyone from Tony Network. Clarify ko lang po yung power supply, kasi nagkaroon ng 22 increase with 22 volts. Hindi kaya 20, kaya ko lang tayo
Ako to 20 na. To 20 volts na.
too much before. Try ko lang yung mag-student. And for example, yung sa senior largest, our namin po kasi ito sa single largest is purchase of hindi and machine lang or similar. Can we request na any laboratory equipment? As any laboratory as long as it's for the QAHD. Ilan sir yung sa number of reports? Isa lang po ba?
Yes.
Yung sitting and parking po, magkasama yung Tributaries at national. Or one for the HDB and one. That's what's so one original copy, hindi ko bibili ng copy. Wait lang po.
Thank you, ma'am. Great take note of the observations and so on. As to neighbor text, I think we have to issue this supplemental to that. That's the correct description of the specific difference. This statement statement base. Thank you, ma'am.
I will.
Thank you.
Monthly members, 18 council people. There's synthetic statement. Right. I think we're going with the presentation then very much center. So they're saying with the presentation of the different digits for right. Right, say your words balance. Right.
So we have, as mentioned by the Procurement, we have 9 for the city works project for Rebid conference. We have contract ID numbers 23A00467, 24A00027 in this project, 24A00048, 24A00089, 24A00122, 189, 271, 273, and 296. So for this Brgy conference, its purpose is to discuss, clarify, and explain the different aspects of the projects of the procuring entity with the prospective leaders, guidelines, and at least 12 calendar days before the deadline for bid submission, but not earlier than 7 calendar days from the advertisement posting of the opportunity. May be required for procurement projects with ABC of equal to or more than 1 million. Here are the following contract dito for contract ID number 23A00467. Location Lingayen, Pangasinan with the ABC of 89,245,130 pesos. For the funding source, FY 2023 NDRRM RA number 11936. Scope work of the earthworks, construction of reinforced concrete development, furnishing and driving of structural steel sheet pipes with pile cap, C-type, installation of RCPC cross drain to the net walls, 3 D, with a contract duration of 210 calendar days. 24A00027, locations at Fernando City, La Union with a ABC of 9,650,000 for the scope of works of the installation of 100 millimeter thick CHP for interior walls at second floor, masonry and plastering works, painting works at walls, ceiling works, electrical works, plumbing works, installation of doors and windows for the contract duration of 150 calendar days. 24A00048, location Laoag City, Bacarra, Ilocos, Norte, with ABC of 238,800,000. For the following scope of works and the earthworks, construction of mechanically stabilized earth, MSE wall, for bridge approach A, construction of 4-lane flat slab with a length of 11.40 meter and a width of 30 meters. Bridge resting on RC pile foundation, slope protection works, BCCP, unreinforced, 0.33 meter thick, with a width of 3.5 meter per lane, 14 days carriageway. Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.15 meter thick, 14 days sidewalk. With a contract duration of 270 calendar days. 24A00089, location Bacarra, Ilocos, Norte with ABC of 67,550,000 for the scope of works with the asphalt overlay with anti-rotting additive, application of thermoplastic pavement markings with a contract duration of 141 calendar days. 24A00122, location Borgus, Ilocos, Norte with the ABC of 72,375,000. With the scope of works of the asphalt overlay with the ARA or the anti-rotting additive, 1 layer only, application of thermoplastic pavement marking, sealing of joints and cracks with the contract duration of 160 calendar days. 24A00189, location Pican City, Ilocos, Norte with the ABC of 9,650,000 for the scope of works. We have the earthworks and with sub-base force, PCC carriageway with a width of 6.10 meters and a thickness of 280 millimeter. PCC boardwalk with a width of 8.0 meter and a thickness of 200 millimeter. Reinforced concrete revetment with bottom duration of 92 calendar days. 24A00271, location Wallace, Pangasinan with ABC of 14,850,000. For the scope of works of the installation of hardwood flooring, supply installation of features, supply and installation of electronic basketball scoreboard and painting works with the contract duration of 120 calendar days. 24A00273, location Rosales, Pangasinan with the ABC of 19,300,000. For the scope of works, we have The building, construction of structural frame, third floor columns and roof beams, masonry and plastering works, roofing works, electrical works, painting works of walls, supply installation of genset. For the link bridge, we have the installation of common soil, footing, embedded columns, construction of structural frame, footing to beams, roofing works, dismantling works, painting works, masonry and plastering works, installation of glass railing, electrical works. For the road, removal of existing PCCP with a width of 6.10 meter, 230 millimeter thick, removal of existing slab on grade, 150 millimeter thick, compaction of aggregate sa base course, construction of PCCP with a width of 6.10 meter, 230 millimeter thick, installation of 610 millimeter diameter RCPC pipes, installation of guard and gutter, TIKAS, with the backup duration of 300 feet. And 24-800-296, location Taguting, Ilocos Sur, with the APC of 9,900,000 for the scope of works for the excavation of common soil, footing, tie beams, embedded columns, embankment of elevated floor, 0.40 meters. Elevation, masonry of plastering works, roofing works, ceiling works, painting works, masonry works, fabrication of floors and windows, electrical works with a backup duration of 180 calendar days. For the supplemental bid bulletin, issued by back to answer request for clarification query submitted 10 calendar days before deadline or interpretation and upon the bank's initiative to clarify or modify any provision of bidding documents at least 7 calendar days before deadline for bids. Posted in the field decks in the Procurement website and at any conspicuous place within the premises of the Procurement entity. Bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of supplemental bid bulletin must be informed in writing and allowed to modify or withdraw their respective bids. For the Class A documents, legal documents, we have the valid field registration certificate, platinum membership on pages, in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. We have the statement of the respective bidder of Wallace Plumbing Government private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid, and the statement of the bidders FMCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules and special pickup license in case of joint ventures. Original copy of the security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized deed security declaration. And project requirements, which shall include the following. We have the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors, key personnel, list of contractors, major equipment units, which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project. As the case may be, an original unisigned omnibus warrant statement in if applicable, original authorized certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus warrant statement and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidders computation of the NFCC, tax bid documents for joint venture, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly authorized statement from all of the potential joint venture partners stating that they will agree to and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement. For the computation of the NFCC of at least equal to ABC, the computed using the prescribed formula. We have here the computation. NFCC equals current assets minus current liabilities times the factor K, 50, value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects that have started when setting the contract to be bid. For DPWH resolution number 18/2017, in view of the Class A eligibility documents, which were uploaded and retained, current, and updated in field reps, bidders are required to submit their field reps certificate of registration, the platinum membership, during bid submission based infrastructure projects pursuant to section 25.2 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 81. Here in the context of the first envelope, the technical proposal, valid field registration certificate, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidders SNCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules and special TIKAS license in case of joint ventures. Original copy of the security, project requirements, organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors, key personnel, and list of contractors major units. Original to design of the concern statement, the prospective bidders computation of the NFCC, if applicable to design joint venture agreement. For the bid security, we have the bid quality period and bid security quality period to be 120 calendar days from the day of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. We have cash or cashier's manager's check and bank draft guarantee or the removable line of credit is 2% of the ABC, while the surety bond is 5% of the ABC. The contents of the second envelope, the financial proposal, we have the bid form, must be in accordance with the form prescribed in section 9, many forms of bidding documents, bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished legal estimates form, and cash flow by quarter. For the submission and receipt of bids, the bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the bid data sheet ITB Clause 17 and Department Order number 87, series of 2020. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bid of each past bidders shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for competition and errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated in prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices: completeness, no price required item, constant compliant, indicating a zero or a dash prospect to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in bidding document, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, the words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, the unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, the actual prevails, and unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in the BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC, it is considered non-compliant. For the post qualification, verification of the legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, and inclusion in the blacklist. Technical requirements, the SMCC civil article contract, the personnel minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied, availability and commitment of major construction equipment, performance in going government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of the or more contracts, failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete the ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures, substandard quality of works, or unsatisfactory performance by contractor, and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently posed on the contractor, DO 127, series of 28 district application of RA 9184, in the conduct of the post qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security for the financial requirements, audit and financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and awarded contracts, updated NFCC versus DABC. Here are the requirements within 5 calendar days from the received by the bidder of the notice from the bank that the bidder has the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid. The bidder shall submit to the bank the following. We have the registration certificate from SEC, TKI for sole proprietorship or the Development Authority for cooperatives. Mayor's business permits issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. Latest IPR, duly stamped and received by BIR and duly validated with the tax payments. Tax clearance for NEO 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR. Valid recap license. Failure to submit any of the post qualification requirements on time or a finding against the capacity shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that the finding against the capacity or of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with section 69 of this IRR. There are the notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9 series of 2012. Technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person and equal or better qualifications are certified to the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not employee provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder is awarded the contract under bid. These certifications can be included in the first envelope of the same bid. Also to be verified during post qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidders should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in specified location, then the bidder shall be post disqualified. For the list of bid, key equipment units, mainly all these or under purchase agreements, supported by a certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project. For the laboratory equipment, please refer to the DPWH 11 series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated bid responsibly as a result of the written evaluation of and post qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of the notice of award within the bid qualifying period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt in accordance with the section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RE 91. Here are the common reasons for rejection of or ineligibility and post disqualification of bidder. Failure to submit original documentation of the bond certified by the IC, indicating the name of project and procuring entity and name of contractor. Short-term bid validity and mid-security validity period, overlapping of test equipment and competent technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents, negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more or negative 10% in each of 2 or more ongoing projects, and unsatisfactory sequence rating. For the common errors in the submission of bids, we have the incomplete pages of bidding documents, technical and financial authority of using authority to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor signatory should be the owner, proprietor only, corporation, cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution, joint venture resolution or agreement, and partnership as indicated in the articles of partnership. So for the 9 projects, 23A00467, 24A0027, 24A0048, 24A00089, 24A00122, 189, 271, 273, and 24A00296. The deadline for submission of notification is 10 days before submission of bids. The deadline for submission of bids is on March 11, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of the proposal, 1 original copy of the technical and financial proposal. For the days of submission of bids, bids and awards committee second quarter, conference room, DPWH, Regional Office 1, City-Bacarra, Fernando, Laoag-San. So that excerpt presentation of the 9 city works project for Rebid projects.
Thank you. Do we have any clarification on the next agenda? We have no one. Thank you very much. So thank you to our DPWH and supporting partners. So this thing out of the schedule, we have March 11 for the 9 contracts for big opening spots. So there being other matters on our agenda, proceed